What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on the 10 questions for the Minnesota Wild. And continuing my 10 question segment. Number 10, what are they getting from El Nino? Fair question to ask. Obviously giving up Cal Clutterbuck, a fan favorite in Mini, and a third-round pick to the New York Islanders for the former 5th overall pick in the 2010 NHL entry draft. I think they're actually, this is now the third first-round pick from 2010. They also got Coyle from the Sharks and drafted Granlund themselves, so good on you, Minnesota Wild. I think he's going to contribute. He may start the year in Houston, but I think they're going to handle his development a hell of a lot better than the New York Islanders did. And I think you're still going to get. There's a reason he was drafted so high, and he's also only 21 years old. He'll be 21 actually in September. He's only 20 years old, and played very well with the Bridgeport Tigers, the AHL last year, I might add, and did not sniff the NHL. Number 9, Jonas Brodin, sophomore slump. Absolutely effing no. He's going to continue to build upon an amazing rookie season that I thought should have culminated with a Calder Trophy. Instead, he finished outside the top 4. Obviously, no one saw him play as much as I did because they would have voted for him. This poise and composure with and without the puck is amazing. His skating ability is off the charts. His hockey IQ is second to none. And he's only 20 years old. So many, many, many bright years ahead for him and the Minnesota Wild. Keeping with the rookies, or last year's rookies on the team, number 8. What are they getting from the kid forwards, as I call them, the diaper line? Granlund, Zucker, and Coyle. I don't know, they were never actually a line. Actually, I think they were in Houston, but I call it just because they're 3 forwards together, the diaper line. I think for the Wild to be successful next year, they're going to need a combined 56 goals and 128 points from Granlund, Zucker, and Coyle. I think all 3 of them have a much better chance of falling into the sophomore slump than Brodin does. I just think, because I'm not knocking them, but Brodin's at an upper tier than they are. They're still. All 3 of them showed flashes last year. I think Granlund should have done a little bit more. I think that the ice time wasn't, what it should have been for him, especially later on. He got demoted a little bit, and is what it is. Zucker came on strong. Coyle into the year in the first line. Charlie Coyle, Massachusetts kid, power play with CJ fan, pretty awesome stuff. Number 7, what are they getting from Keith Ballard's homecoming? You're getting a top 4 or 5 defense who's going to contribute and not be held down by the pressure of having an enormous, gargantuan contract, and knowing that the team that he's playing for, what is with Vancouver, gave up a ton. They really gave up a lot of talented players / prospects. 35 goal scorer, and Grabner, first round pick that turned out to be, I think it was either Bukestad or Quentin Howden. I forget. I think it was Howden on the Bruins pick for Horton. Turned out to be Bukestad, and they. Bernier, who, think about it, was pretty good last year in the playoffs till he had that penalty in the finals. So, obviously neither Grabner nor Bernier had any success with Florida, but that's just the way Florida's personnel management works. Number 6, Dumba on the team, 2012 first-round pick, Matthew Dumba, Red Deer Rebels. No. I think he's going to need another year in the Western Hockey League to hone his skills, refine his game, play some heavy minutes, both in the Dub and in the World Juniors. I think he'll be just fine down the line, but he's at least a year away from playing professional hockey full-time. I think he'll end the year with Houston. He did it this year. Keeping with the blue line, number 5, Ryan Suter for the Norris Trophy. I'm going to cop out and say I think he'll have a good second year in Minnesota. Obviously, he was a top 3 runner-up for the Norris Trophy. But I just think with Brodin stepping his game up, having Ballard to eat some minutes, and this other guy we'll talk about, he's going to play less minutes, and I think less is more for the Wild. I think he's a smart enough player, he's been around the block to know if he puts up less statistics, but is more rested come playoff time, not playing 27, 28 minutes a night, I think that'll be better for all parties considered, and I think he's smart enough to know that that's how it goes if you want to win at this level. Number 4, what are they getting from Jonathan Blum? Obviously, I've been a huge Jonathan Blum fan since he was drafted in the first round back in 2007 out of the Vancouver Giants, the California Wave, Rancho Santa Margarita, California, in the OC by the Nashville Predators. I think there's a reason he was drafted so high. He's also only 24 years old. It's kind of like, I made this joke when I did the piece about them signing him. They get a defenseman from the Nashville Predators and a wing from a New York metropolitan area team this year, back-to-back years, just a little more high magnitude last year, higher magnitude, excuse me. And I just think with Blum, I think given a fresh start, it's a two-way deal. You really can't go wrong for the Wild. I think he'll play very well for them. and I think he'll show why he was drafted so high. I'm really excited to see what he can do, and he'll probably cut into Suter's minutes too. And that's not even a bad thing on Suter. I'm just saying there's minutes to go around. I think he'll eat them up, and this is a guy 2 years ago I had on the bubble of making this February's Olympic team. So maybe I was naive and drank too much Jonathan Blum Kool-Aid, but the bottom line is I know what I saw, and I like this kid a lot. Number 3, 40 goals for Zach Parise. No, I'll stay 33. Cop out. He's only scored. I think he scored 40 twice. I know once he had the 94 point season, 45 goals. I think it's the one. I think he might have another one in 2010, but he was close. He had 2 great years, and those are the 2 pinnacles of his career. Those 2 years, obviously 2010 with the silver medal at the Olympics too. Number 2, I think I see Danny Heatley next year. I don't know. I'm hearing different things about his injury. I think he'll play next year. I think at some point, but I think as soon as possible they'll jettison him out of town. Part of the reason I couldn't buy him out was because of the injury, and it's 50 goals in 07. A great thing on YouTube. Number 1, the goaltender situation. I've never been a Backstrom guy. I've never really been sold on him. Being a guy that you're gonna win the Stanley Cup with. Maybe steps aside for the younger guys. I think signing him an extension wasn't stupid because you need goaltending and you know what you got with him. But it's going to be an intriguing situation as the season goes on. Will they maybe give up some of these prospects to get a high quality goaltender? You never know. Anyway, that's all this episode of the Power Play with CJ. I had 10 questions for the Minnesota Wild. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.